It's Mario and his good friends, but it looked like something's wrong. What could it possibly be? They're talking about who among them is the biggest star, the superstar. A superstar must be strong, says Wario. Donkey Kong's got bragging rights for strength. Or perhaps Mario would make the best superstar. Or maybe the princess, Peach. But wait, we can't forget Yoshi with all his energy.
Why, they're all arguing, each one claiming to be the superstar.
Wait a second. Does each of you really want to be a superstar? Then let's see what it takes to become a superstar. Does it only take strength to be a superstar? In order to be a superstar, it takes courage and wisdom and kindness. If all of you want to be a superstar, then I have an idea. Why not use the warpipe in Mushroom Village and head out into adventure? The person who comes out of the adventures on top is the superstar. But there's no telling what kind of danger might await you. Do you want to head out into adventure? Hello everybody, Treecks here, and welcome to Mario Party. It's been long coming. I've been talking about this game and its series for the longest time now. Every time luck came into play in one of my other projects. I can't wait to play this game. It's one of my most nostalgic games. I grew up with Mario Party. I know it's normally not the kind of game that really suits me. That's why I'm really bad at it also, but still. For some reason, me growing up with it and just having the all Mario atmosphere, it makes it a great game. I can't ignore this one. I've got every single one of the games in the series. It always had a special place in my heart. Despite not being my kind of genre per se. But who doesn't love Mario Party? This is a kind of game, it doesn't have to be your genre to enjoy this. Everybody loves Mario Party. It's the kind of game that even if you lose a lot, even if you're not that good at strategy or just are a magnet to bad luck, you can still enjoy it. This is just tons of fun. Let's go in. Explaining what Mario Party is something that can be best done through the game rules that the game provides itself. I'll go over Mushroom Village quickly. The warpipe is your main adventure mode, sort of say. This is where you play the board games, because Mario Party is just one big board game in a video game form. That's the best way to describe it. These things come into play later. This one, Minigame Island, comes into play way later. Minigame House is where you play all the minigames. Option House is not that important. As you can see, there are multiple options. That's all I'm going to show off for now, because all these other things are going to be shown off later. We're going to start here, of course. This is the main gist of the game. This is what everybody likes to see, what everybody likes to do. Let's head out. Here are the game rules first. Like I said, I could explain them myself, but the game provides a perfect way of explaining them themselves. So, let's do it like this. Before we go into adventure, let's make sure we know what we are supposed to do here. To become the superstar, you must collect more stars than everybody else. That's the main rule. Collecting stars and other rules will be explained after this in the board map. Yes, this game throws us into a little board map that's only used in the game rules section. You cannot play on this board normally. Welcome to the board. This is the first map. First, I'll explain how the game progresses. First, we decide turn order. Hit the spinning dice block to make a number appear. The highest number goes first and the lowest goes last. Sounds simple enough. Press A to stop the spinning block. The order has been decided. First is Mario, because he got the highest number, 10. You can't top that, 10 is the highest number. Luigi would be second because of his 7. Peach goes third. Yoshi's last. Right. Then the board game starts. And this is how it works. You throw a die, and you can move the number of spaces shown on the block, which is in his case 1. Blue space gives you 3 coins. Yes, it's not just about collecting stars, as the main rule suggested. Coins is also a collectible, and the red spaces make you lose 3 of them. Right. The star space is the minigame space. If you land on it, a 1-player minigame starts. You can earn coins in the minigame. That's where the minigames are for. If you land on those star spaces, you get to play a solo minigame. Only you get to play. Right, this question mark space is... You'll find that in a variety of happenings can occur here. Different things happen here depending on the map, so the surprise is half the fun. Yes, you can't really explain what that does. It technically means it is a board event, but it depends on the board what it specifically will do. After all players have moved, the round ends and the minigame begins. We will not be showing that off in the game rules. First, we need to explain the board more. This is the exclamation point space. When you land here, a chance game begins. The chance game is a game which you match up 3 blocks. Depending on how the blocks match up, you can steal coins or stars from other players. Works the other way around as well. You can lose stuff to other players like that. Right, Luigi's going to show off the Bowser space. When you land on this space, Bowser appears. And he does bad stuff. That's where Bowser's for. You'll see what it means once we get to it in the normal games. Right, this mushroom space is... When you land on this space, a block appears. If a mushroom appears, you can hit the block again and take another turn. If a poisonous mushroom appears, you'll lose the next turn. Yes, don't hit those. Well then, next I'll explain minigames. After all players have moved and a round ends, a minigame begins. Right, Yoshi finishes his turn. This is the player panel. The panel changes depending on the spaces the player landed on. Characters are grouped by red and blue, and the type of minigame is determined. If a player has stopped on a question mark space, or green space in general, the computer sets it to red and blue randomly. For example, if all players have the same color, like this, a 4-player minigame begins. Everybody for itself. When panels are split between red and blue, the teams are determined by color, and there is a competition between the blue team and the red team. When there are 2 panels each for blue and red, a 2 versus 2 minigame begins. And when there is 1 blue panel and 3 red panels, or the other way around, a 1 versus 3 minigame begins. Next is choosing a minigame. The minigame is chosen randomly from among the many minigames available. I believe it's over 70 in this game, it's usually around that number. When you win a minigame, you can win coins or steal coins from others. So do your best in the minigames and collect as many coins as you can. With that, I'll explain the characters found on the board map. There are several characters on the board maps, and when you pass these characters, you can talk to them. By paying these characters coins, they can help you out in different ways. First of all, the Toad. He's the one who gives the stars. You can trade in a star for 20 coins. The whole reason why coins are important. You can't get stars without them. Without a little exception here and there. Boo will steal coins or stars from characters. To steal a star, it will cost you 50 coins. Stealing coins is for free. Koopa Troopa is your guide on the board maps. When you meet him, he'll give you a 10 coin present. He's always at the start. If you complete a full lap, you'll meet Koopa Troopa and get a 10 coin bonus. Bowser's always plotting to foil your adventures. When you meet Bowser, he'll always play some kind of trick on you, so be careful. In this way, you'll move through the board maps collecting stars. After the set number of turns has passed, the game ends. And then the winners of 3 awards will be announced. The first award, the Game Star Award, is for getting the most coins in minigames. Second is the Coin Star Award. The person that collects the most coins overall wins this. Last is the Happening Award. That goes to the person who landed on the most question mark spaces. And the player who wins these awards each receive 1 star to be given out at the end of the game. And the announcement of the final results. Places are determined by the number of stars collected. The player who has collected the most stars is the winner, or the superstar as it is called. If more than one player happen to have the same number of stars, the winner is decided by coins. So there's still a factor in that as well. And the coins you collect are deposited in the Mushroom Bank. You can use your coins to go shopping in Mushroom Village. In the same way, the stars you collect are also deposited in the Mushroom Bank. As you collect more stars, eventually something good will surely happen. Yep, that's where the other things on the map come into play. Right, this is the end of the explanation. Keep your eyes on the superstar and good luck. That's something I usually don't have, good luck. Right, this is the Mushroom Bank that it explained, and this is the shop where you can buy stuff with the coins you collect in the board games. And here you can see how many you have, both the stars and the coins. With that said, let's begin our adventure. Depart for adventure. Let's go, let's start. Right, first of all we need to set the settings. I will be playing alone, of course, like I always do. Next, choose the characters. Right, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to pick the same character for the entire game. I'm going to do this with every Mario Party I'm going to play. This is mostly because of some of the Mario Parties have a separate story mode, where you're forced to use the same character. I'm going to use that game's story modes to show off the board maps as well, since they're technically the same. Not in all games, but in some of them they are. And for consistency reasons, I've decided to do it with this game as well. Even though the story mode is not separate from the adventure mode. It's one and the same. My favorite character is the one I'm always going to use. However, I've decided not to choose the same character in several Mario parties. My favorite character in this game is Yoshi, obviously. But I'm saving him for Mario Party 3. Then comes Mario. Saving him for Mario Party 2. So, my favorite character from the other 4 is Wario. I'll be playing with Wario this entire game. The computer-controlled characters I will vary. I really questioned whether I'd pick Wario or Luigi. Those two are mostly the same. For that reason, I'm also putting Luigi in here. I'm also putting Donkey Kong in. I'll explain why in a minute. The other character is going to be random. Let's go with Peach. Right. This is the reason I picked Donkey Kong. I'm going to do the maps in order. The first one and the easiest one and the simplest one in concept. DK's Jungle Adventure. Use your star power to find the secret of the ruins. Map difficulty easy. This is the reason I wanted Donkey Kong in. Right, I'll play the minimum number of turns. Otherwise it will take way too long. And for video's sake, it's easier to do it in 20. My preferred number of turns is 15. I'm going to play 15 turns in all of the games. If possible, in this game 15 is not an option. 20 is the minimum amount. It's called light play. So I'll be going with 20. Right, let's finally start. DK's Jungle Adventure. Wish me luck. I usually need it. I'm not the biggest strategist, so I'm never that kind of a person that really thinks ahead a couple of turns, makes very well thought decisions. That's not me. So I apologize if I sometimes make very questionable decisions where somebody might scream, "Hey, why the hell did you do that?" Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy who over strategizes everything. I just want to have fun on these boards. Right. Rumor has it that the great treasure is hidden here. If you look for this treasure, surely no one of you will find it. But beware, there are many traps in this jungle. Whatever you do, don't step on the question mark spaces, as your safety cannot be guaranteed. Right, let's decide the turn order. And I'm going first. That's usually a good thing. Normally it doesn't really matter that much. Going first is a little bit of an advantage. Alright, we all start with 10 coins. We never go in blind. Let's decide where the first star is. The star moves around. It's randomly placed somewhere on the board, and once somebody gets it for 20 coins, it moves around again. Apparently the top left is where it begins. Alright, let's quickly do some settings. I will use the explanation screen for minigames, so I can explain those. I will save every turn, just in case the recording fails. And I'll go with fast messages for the computers. Alright, that's all I need to do. Let's start. 4. That's a blue space. Right. Donkey Kong goes a little bit further than I do. First board event, he passes twice now. That's... These womps, as you can see, move around when they are passed. And you can also pay coins on them if you want to go the direction they are going. Right, Donkey Kong already gets a one-player minigame. Concept is easy. Rotate the control stick to ride your bike. Rotate it enough to light the bulb. And if the bulb is completely lit, you win. If the boo catches you before it happens, you lose. That's how this works. Let's see how he does. He manages to get it. And he wins 10 coins. Therefore already taking over the lead. Right, Peach. A 3. And finally Luigi. Also a 3. Therefore ending the first turn and giving us a 4-player minigame since everybody landed on a blue space. And the first minigame is Mario Bandstand. Alright. Be a part of the bandstand. Conduct with control stick and play instruments with A. Keep time to carry the tune. Controls, like said, one player uses the conductor, is the conductor and uses the control stick. The other players play with A. An example is played first each time, so play in time as the cursor lines up with the marks on the sheet music. And apparently I play the drums this time, as you can see in the introduction screen. Let's see how we do. This is a minigame where not necessarily one person wins. Multiple persons can win, if it's all performed correctly. And if you mess up, you get thrown things from the audience, as you can see. I think DK messed up a lot, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't win. No, he doesn't get thrown coins. The other 3 players win. Which is a good thing, because he already won coins in the one-player minigame, so this evens it out. I'm back in the lead with 2 other people. But it's only the first turn. Right, second turn. I'm forced to pay coins for this womp, because the star is on that side of the map. And I do not want to go in a circle. I don't have to pay here. Because I can just go this way. Well, DK is really moving. Oh, and he finds a boo. Which means he can steal coins. And luckily I paid coins, so he's going to stay away from me. If you have the most coins, you are the most likely candidate to be stolen from. Logically. He's almost at the star, so I need to make a move if I want to get it before him. Need to win the next minigame as well, because I don't have enough coins to buy the star. Peach also needs to pay. Luigi is far away from home, and another low roll for him. He's not gonna bother. Alright, another 4-player minigame, which is Keep Away. Another minigame that everybody wins or nobody wins. Open the door without letting the Spike Koopas get the key. If they do, the game ends. Pass B to pass the key. You can also jump in this minigame, as you can see. It gets easier to pass to your teammates as Spike Koopas approach. Usually I don't even bother passing the key. If I get the key first, it looks like I do. I usually just do it myself. This game is not very hard. As you can see, the Spike Koopas just move out of the way. I can easily do this myself. Only bad thing is everybody wins. Even though I did all the work. Bunch of low lives. Well, at least this way I have enough coins, so if I have a lucky roll, I can get the star. I doubt it will happen, because knowing my luck. It's a 3, it's not enough. Well, at least I get the boo. Donkey Kong has the first star. No way we can prevent it anymore. And with that, the star will move. Where to? And the exact space Peach is standing on, apparently. Great. Well, if I went the other way, it wouldn't have mattered. Because no matter what, she's getting it. 2 stars in 1 turn. And now watch how he's going to put it right in front of Luigi. Which he actually does. Oh my god. Luck isn't smiling upon me. Once again. She barely has any coins. Yeah, steal from first place. Even though he doesn't have that many coins. At least he's staying away from me. I'm in last place already. That's something I'm quite used to, to be honest. I don't mind. Still fun to do. Luigi with all his 3s has a third 3 in a row. But he's still getting the star. No fair. Alright, first 1 versus 3 minigame, because DK landed on a red. So it's him against us, and it's crane game. This should be easy enough. Right, how does this work? You are the crane crane. Try to grab the prizes by pressing A repeatedly. If caught, wiggle free with A. The one player moves and lowers the crane and repeatedly presses A to grab something. Can be a player or another thing. And we will press repeatedly to wiggle free if he gets us. When you grab somebody, you steal 1/3 of their coins. Yes, this is how this works. Go for a player and you can steal 1/3 of his or her coins. But you don't have to necessarily grab players, because as you can see, a single coin, a coin bag and a coin chest also appear. Luigi is really close to the pipe, so he has no chance with this. And he grabs him. And for the record, the 1 coin is 1 coin, the coin bag is 5 coins, and the coin chest is always 10 coins. Right, Luigi moves to last place. Unfortunately, he still has enough coins to buy the star.